All-Star game and all that in the Chicago sky.
It's time.
It's time. Yeah, was that yesterday?
Yep, yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Man, I was just on Instagram, and I was started getting text messages as I was reading the Instagram story. Skylar, talking about her being benched, and then while you got the video, you got the video.
Hold on, we'll start with we'll start with the post first.
Yes, now coming off the bench, question mark, thumbs up, cool. And then the video.
And the crazy part about it all is that I've been so quiet. I've been so good and quiet. I've been so good and quiet.
Man, that felt like a crazy deranged movie you was watching. Like she was finna just go. But
I felt like I was looking at a Ring doorbell.
Yeah, I think you can make that
for the quality of the video.
Yeah, I don't know. She got them eyes, but yeah. So we all know like the off the court stuff that's going on with Skylar and X. We all know how those things can be personal stuff. Even not being a professional athlete, being in a relationship and you got to deal with stuff and go to work. But my first thing, I know Lowe's probably in the comments looking at stuff.
I'm laughing. They said,
I'm looking too. Now they wrote the Skylar, bro.
She ripped off her Ring camera down to record the video.
Oh my god, she was hot. But my first reaction to this was I did not like it. I didn't. First of all, like when she talked about the benching part, it didn't even come out to media first. It didn't even come out at all. So
when she posted it herself.
When you put it on Instagram, it's like, yo, and then have the video, and then the video can go multiple different ways because, of course, people are saying she's talking about her husband, her ex-husband. People are talking about she's talking about the sky. So I just didn't like that. Being a veteran of the team, I just didn't like how that looked. It felt real messy. It felt unprofessional. Like you one of the vets on the team, and I get it. Things happen. And when you run to social media, sometimes you gotta think about before you hit that sin. Because when you type it and then once you put it out there, it's out there. Even if you delete it, especially you being an athlete, it's gonna be seen right away. So real quick, I did see, I'm gonna let y'all go, but when her article came, different articles came out, people wrote different things, and I took screenshots of one article from I forget her name, man. I've talked to her like being at Sky Games and things of that nature, but certain things in the article that stood out to me was that, let me find it, I'm sorry. It says, Diggins' communication with her teammates was good and open Monday, that she talked to Vandersloot directly. It's none of their issue, Diggins said. I don't want it to become a bigger thing. I didn't ask for a trade or anything like that. I want to find ways to win. She also said, Diggins said she had knee surgery in October. I don't think I knew that. Did y'all know that?
I didn't know that at all.
Which has added to the strain. I've been sacrificing my body for this team, Diggins said. Maybe it's time to take a step back and see what's going on to see if I need to continue to make those sacrifices without having the proper resources to play at an elite level. So she also added that resources have not been what she expected either. Being in this environment emotionally for me, not having everything that we needed to be successful, Diggins said. I've been elite for decades. It's not just from showing up. We fight so hard for our CBA to have access to a cold tub, hot tub, sauna, a steam room, chiropractor, acupuncture, massage therapist, IVs, and things like that. I was thinking we're going to be in a practice facility and other things that were told to me, and that's not been the case. There's been things outside of people's control that I understand too. A lot of moving parts, lots of places I've been where we're in that process as well. So I get it. But it's hard to perform at a certain level without those. Now, one more thing before I let y'all go. This is from a tweet from Colin from FOS. The Sky paid $160,000 to practice at the University of Illinois in Chicago until May 30th. Their UIC deal is over, and the rest of the season is in flux. They've had practices at Wintrust Arena and Loyola University over the last month. The City of Bedford Park board meeting on June 15th, whatever. But basically, all that to say, the practice facility was supposed to be done, and it's not done, and they have no answers in the going forward about that as well. So she basically talked about that, basically saying, like, I guess promises were made to her, probably other free agents that came to Chicago that's not being fulfilled as well. So with all that information, all that rambling idea load, the floor is yours.
I mean, I get her frustration from a professional athlete standpoint. This is someone that was, avid about finding a team that had facilities, and that's why she went to Seattle after leaving Phoenix before Phoenix had their practice facility and all that created. So it was very head scratching when people started to say that she was going to sign with Chicago, because I was like, well, we know that Chicago doesn't have a facility. And yes, they said they were building one, but who believes them? Because this has been a trash organization for the last decade. Even though they've won within the last decade, they have still been a trash organization. Candace Parker said she didn't get her first locker where she could leave stuff in it until she went to Vegas. Like, and they won a championship. Like, you would think that after they won a championship, the owners would stop being cheap and pour a little bit more money into their franchise, but they didn't. And so it's always head scratching to me during free agency when she decided to go there. Honestly, I thought it was mainly because she's from South Bend. It's not that far from Chicago, so she can be at home with her family. Her kids can grow up around her mom and her dad, or whatever the case may be. But I was like, Skylar is one of the main players in the WNBA that has complained about facilities. Why the hell would she go to Chicago? But now in hearing you say, Jay, that it was supposed to be done by this point of the season. Oh, it's the spring? We already know that. Okay, well.
It was supposed to be done in the spring, so it got pushed back, and that's why it was at UIC.
Got it. And that's why they only paid there until May 30th. Got it, because it should have been. Got it. Okay, so I get her frustration. I get why she is saying that we were made promises that didn't happen, because if it was supposed to be ready in the spring, and now we're literally in the middle of the, we just started the summer, but halfway through the season at this point, like, these are professional athletes. They just signed a monumental CBA deal and they got to go practice at the YMCA. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, in terms of recovery, Skylar is my age. We're 35, 36 years old. Her body needs a little bit more recovery than Sid Taylor, who's a young, a spring chicken at the end of the day. So she needs that. Bro, you don't have an ice bath? An ice bath for professional athletes? That is so embarrassing. Like, that is so embarrassing from a franchise and an organization. Like, the Sky organization from top to bottom are just complete trash. Like, and I've been saying it ad nauseum because I'm just so sick of them. I wish that they would move the team out of Chicago and give it to another team that deserves a fucking chance, because I'm actually disgusted.
Change the owners.
Like, literally change the owners. Like, the
I'm about to say, don't
the owner a developer, a realtor developer, and you can't even get a facility for your team. Like, it's really mind-boggling how a franchise has failed this many players that have stepped through there. Elena Deladon, Sylvia Fowles, Cappie Pondexter. Like, so many players, good players that have played there wanted to leave. Now Angel Reese, because they don't have the stuff that they're supposed to have, is just ridiculous. Now, in the same breath, I will say I didn't love Skylar going online and saying I got benched. Like, I didn't love that. I feel like you've been in the league long enough to be a professional. Be a professional. Yeah. If you didn't like being benched, talk about it in the presser or the media opportunities when they give you that opportunity to do it. But going to social media, that's some kid shit to me. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck. And I love Skylar. Y'all know that I love her down bad. Like, she a little bit crazy like me. I love Skylar down. But I think that was just a little bit unprofessional. And now it's bringing more heat to a team that's already playing bad. And I'm not gonna say I disagree with Tyler putting her on the bench. Like, when you're losing, you have to switch shit up and just try something to see if you get a spark out of somewhere. You can't bitch Sydney Taylor because she's your best shot creator. Yep. Slew came back playing well. You can't bench her now. So who is the next option? And Skylar can't play 3. So who's the next option? It's Skylar. Like, and granted, Skylar has not played terrible. I think she's averaging like 15 or 16 points. She hasn't played terrible, but like, In the last couple of games, I think against Las Vegas, she shot 18%. Against Connecticut, she had 3 points and shot literally 0%. I think she made like free throws or something like that, or maybe a 3. But like, I don't mind it because just because you're getting benched, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get minutes. Like, she's still going to get heavy minutes. I get it. It's a shot in your ego and your pride because you've literally played, you've been a starter, what they say, since 2016, 2015, something like that.
Mhm.
So I get it. It's a shot to the ego, but at the end of the day, it's about team wins, right? You want your team to win. So let's switch it up a little bit, see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then she might be back in the starting lineup.
Yeah. And real quick before you go, Nick, and just go, like, me being at the Wintrust all last season, it's so much like the owner needs to go. Like, the stuff they do for media, the players, they just need to. It's just a shit show over there. It really is, and and they must have been talking good shit in these meetings.
Yeah.
There had to be Jeff and whoever had to been talking some good shit in these meetings to get these players.
They was pulling out the blueprints and everything. Like, look,
as the rate came back, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, come on. Like, it makes me want to go. I know where this facility is at. It make me want to go see if this is even how close they are to even being done. It's always some stupid shit. It's always it's just a really unfortunate. What you got, Nick?
There's never nothing good that comes out of the Chicago Sky when you think about it, man. Like, there's always something just negative. And like, it makes you, like, to me, it makes you kind of appreciate Candace Parker a lot more because she came to that terrible ran organization, like literally came to that terrible ass organization, came and delivered a championship, and they still couldn't even capitalize off of that. Like, it's been really downhill for them ever since, honestly. But just back to the whole Skylar situation. Like, y'all know I love Skylar down. You know what I'm saying? One of my personal favorite players to watch. But I'm not here for none of the shit that she did, honestly. Like, addressing it. Let's just be real. Addressing it on social media before the rest of the world knew, or before media could even report it. Like, that was already like a red flag in itself, honestly. And it's like, I get it. I know that you're frustrated. But it's like Lo said, especially with everything going downhill since the Rakia injury, like, you guys have not been good. Like, you know what I'm saying? It took y'all like forever.
From that.
No, I'm saying, like, they started like 3-1 on the season, and it took y'all forever to even grab a win after Rakia ended up going down. Now, I get it. Rakia was a huge piece of that team, easily their best scorer. So obviously losing her was a big piece that they missed. But let's just be real. I know that Lo had gave us her numbers, but not saying that Skylar has had a bad season, but it hasn't really been impactful like that as far as winning wise. So if you're Tyler, you got to look to make some adjustments. It's like you said, Lo. Slew came back. She's played well over the past couple games. Sydney Taylor has came out of nowhere and has been their biggest piece, honestly. And let's be real, Sydney Taylor at this point can't go nowhere because she literally earned her starting spot. Like, there's no question about it. So if anybody has to go, it's got to be Skylar, respectfully. And I feel like if you Skylar, like, I get it. I know that it could be humiliating, it could be frustrating, especially, being an all-star caliber player that you have to go to the bench. But as a veteran, like, you got to be able to do things for the better of the team. Like, okay, cool. Like, we're struggling. We're trying to figure this thing out. Like, what can I do as a veteran of this team, or what sacrifices can I make to get us back on the right path? And for her to put it on social media and all that, and I don't know, it just seems like the communication within the Chicago team is just terrible, honestly. And I feel like it's been brewing for a while because I remember after a game, one of the reporters had asked Skylar about like some adjustments or some schemes, and then like her first answer was ask Tyler, and it's like, okay, cool, like, yeah, this has kind of been brewing for a little while. So I get it, I understand her frustration, but number one, going on social media about it, expressing your emotions there, that wasn't a good move in itself. But like I said, man, you guys are losing. You're a veteran of the team, honestly, and honestly, you got to look at it like this too, like, the league really don't be fucking with Skylar like that, honestly. Like, you got to think, like, dating back to her time in Dallas, the way that ended wasn't well. Phoenix, we all know her and DT, they didn't get along. And even, I want to say, when she was pregnant, they didn't allow her to even practice in the practice facility.
Right.
Then going to Seattle, we heard about, her and Jewel, not getting along. And now you see this situation. So, I don't know, man. It's just a bad situation right now in Chicago, man. And like I said, I get Skylar's frustration, but at the end of the day, like, as a veteran of the team, you should look to say, like, you should really look to say, like, okay, cool, like, let me see what adjustments I can make as a veteran, to get us back on the right track.
I mean, and she, she got I'm not trying to make excuses for her, but she got a lot going on. I be seeing her ex-husband on Instagram. That guy is nuts.
Crazy.
So, I mean, it's a lot going on. I'm sure it could have just been because I think I really do think that second video was for him because she's put out other videos like that with the same caption. And I think
it was
it's
just bad timing for that video.
Right, exactly.
After that,
it was like immediately after the original post.
Right, the benching was definitely still a bad post. Let's not get it twisted. But I think that other message was definitely for her ex-husband. So, just prayers up, But she might be on her Kennedy Carter shit in terms of this might be it if she don't get it together.
Oh, that's very fun. What you got, Wiley? I heard you knocking on the door.
Yeah, I know that we're looking at it from an offensive standpoint, but doing a little research, I was looking at her defensive rating. So she has a defensive rating of 111.1. Now, to explain to anybody that does not know what defensive rating is, it tracks how many points a player or team, but since we're talking about the player, a player allows per 100 possessions while actively on the court. The average for a player floats around 100. So,
and you said she's at 111?
111.1. So she currently has she's worse than the WNBA average, and then slightly worse than some of the perimeter teammates on that's on the Sky.
I mean, in all honesty,
I think that might be part of the reason as far as the benching. It's like, okay, we need, like Lo said, we need to shake something up, and we see it on the defensive end. Let's try something new, and then bring our vet off the bench, and then help.
So my only rebuttal to that is I don't love defensive rating when we're talking about an individual player, but secondly. It's no way Sloot is moving her feet better than Skylar. It's just no way.
Off the ACL.
I mean, like the Skylar
both of them are coming off of injuries or
right off of knee surgery. Apparently, right. So like that's my thing. Now, has she been getting cooked defensively? I've seen a couple plays where I'm like, "Ooh, girl, like you got to stay in front." Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was about to say I don't even look at it from a Sloot standpoint because she just got here. I'm more so I look at it as Sid coming in and being able to be that instant spark. That's how I look at it. But hey, again,
I mean, they can't. I mean, they literally can't bitch Sydney. I mean, she's there. She is their scoring.
No,
she's the only one that can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we agree. Yeah.
And I'll be real. I mean, especially with DeJanae still out, I mean, I don't really see the Sky's perimeter defense really improving.
Nope.
That much.
No, at all. And
I mean, if we keep it in a buck, even with Rakia, it wasn't about to be.
It wasn't
great
that
defense.
great. No.
Like they're not. Their players aren't great defenders, so it was always going to be a very mediocre defensive team anyway. Like that was my first thing. Like when they start signing all these players, I'm like, okay, well, who's going to play defense?
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. And the conversation I've been seeing a lot on the timeline was like she benched for Sloot. I think it's more so this is to give Sydney more time. Like I don't think it was just like Sloot coming in and then Skylar out type shit. Cause like you said, she coming off an ACL. This ain't like she's not moving better than Skylar right now. So
I mean, if we're keeping it a bug, if we're comparing careers, Sloot is a better point guard than Skylar is career-wise. Like she's one of the best point guards to play in the WNBA.
Yes,
so,
and I know people don't want to hear that shit, but it is what it is. That's
true. Yeah, and I mean, even with her being back, like I mean, I know the Chicago still, isn't really that good of a team, but you can see the offense, being a little more efficient with Sloot on the floor now, especially with the point guard instincts, being able to set up players and everything. I mean, hell, even when you look at that Vegas game, like when they forced OT, like they came back from like down, like I think like double digits, and you could see like improvements in the offense. And I think Courtney Vanderson played a huge role in that as far as setting the table.
Yeah,
absolutely, for sure. Yeah, sucks. Unfortunately, man, it is what it is. Every time I look up, it's something crazy going on with the home team. So
I ain't gonna lie, I'd be pissed too if somebody older than me done tore their ACL, came back and took my spot.
No facts. No,
I'd be butthurt. I'd be on Instagram too talking shit.
Yeah, honestly, outside of like what she did, like with the Instagram, I get it. And then what she's saying in these articles and things of that nature. So
it's just a bit much, yeah.
It's a lot, things I've been. It's a bunch of stuff boiling over. Like,
Yeah,
I get bench. You stuff y'all promises, we're not getting it.
right.
And the big
We losing anyway.
We losing. It's just frustrating as hell. Like,
and we
how
know
many years did she sign for?
We
Do
know
we
how
know?
the kind of competitor she is too.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody knows how competitive Skylar is.
Mm-hmm.
Wiley, can you check how long she that she signed for Wiley? I don't know if it was like a year or a couple years or
was it just one? Was it one?
I thought it was 2.
Was it 2? Maybe it was 2. And
hopefully it was 1.
And I definitely understand get moving closer to the fam because South Bend is right there. Like you can get to South Bend so fast. So
2 years.
That's 2 years.
CSC 2. Yeah, and it's hard going from Seattle because Seattle had a facility. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to go from Seattle to Chicago. So I get it.
Yeah, that sucks for her.
I'm sure she got a burner.
Yeah, she better start using it even more.